Hey, it's Psych Ups with Brian, and you're here with me, and we're talking about today a couple of things. But look, I'm wearing my college colors. It's College Colors Day today, and the Gophers just won a great game last night, and they could have a good season. They got a really good quarterback, so looking forward to a good season with the University of Minnesota, where I graduated from. So think about your college. Think back to your college days. I want you to think back about what qualities did you have then that maybe you don't have as much now that were very valuable qualities. And I always think of two qualities. When youth brings a couple of things. One is great faith, hopefully. Hopefully you had faith when you were young and you had a lot of belief. And you might think, well, I was a little naive, but you had belief and a lot of faith that you had like unlimited potential. And then kind of life, and you don't, everything doesn't always go perfectly, and so life kind of wears you down, and sometimes you sort of lose some of that enthusiasm and faith. So write those two things down. I want you to reclaim your youthful enthusiasm and youthful faith and belief in yourself. Sometimes we kind of lose that just with the grind of life. So I want you to think back to when you were college age and when you were just thinking the world is your oyster, and you had that young body and you were in good shape and all that stuff. So think back on those days, reclaim some of those days of your youth. And another thing I'm thinking about with the passage of years is my birthday's coming up, and it's kind of a big one. And so I bought a time capsule off of Amazon. And so I'm going to suggest that this is I think it's a great idea to plant your own time capsule at significant points in your life. So if you're coming up on a birthday, or if you're coming up on some significant occasion, there's a really cool metal, looks like really well sealed time capsule. It's supposed to come today. And I'm going to probably wrap it in a garbage bag because I saw a show where somebody had a time capsule and it wasn't a good one. And they dug it up and it was all water inside. This one looks like a really good one. It was $36, I think. And it's pretty good size. It's like 16 inches long and it holds a lot of stuff. So we're going to put like keepsakes. I'm going to write a letter to myself at 10 years from now. And so this is going to be interesting. I've never done this before, so I think it's a great idea. We're going to open it in 10 years. Okay. And my granddaughter will be 11. That'll be interesting to be opening up, a time capsule of pictures when she was 1.5, and that was the last when we buried it. I think it's also going to help me sort of think about my life in a different way, just knowing that time capsule is buried out there. Somehow it's gonna put a spin, I think, on the way I think about my years passing. So I really think this is a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think about it before. I'm going to absolutely plan a time capsule here this week and have it be something kind of big in my life. I'm actually going to put like a cornerstone out there with a little plaque on it of when we buried it. So I'm going to make kind of a big deal out of it, but I think that's a great idea. So think about the passage of time, think back of those years of when you were in college, since it's College Colors Day today, and think about how reclaim some of those things that you used to have that maybe you've let slip away, and maybe a positive attitude is part of it. Maybe sometimes people, I hate to say the word bitter, but sometimes people, you go through some rough things, and maybe you went through a really tough thing in your career, and some company was really unfair to you, or things happen that kind of put a certain black cloud over your overall mood sometimes in your life. Sometimes you got problems with your kids or this or that, but that's where you have to compartmentalize. And so I'm a huge believer in compartmentalization. If you have something in your life that's difficult and it's making you feel bitter, you got to put it in a box, and you got to let it not taint the rest of your life. So yeah, you understand how to compartmentalize things. And when you are stuck in that kind of bitter role, remember we talked about roles. Roles are a perfect way to compartmentalize your life. Compartmentalize your life by picking the roles you play during the day. Each role is like its own compartment. So now I'm playing loving dad. Oh, I got to play pickleball. I have all kind of problems with pickleball because I'm peaceful I'm trying to be joyful pickleballer, but what happens to me is I get a little competitive. I grew up super competitive, and so in this really competitive family, and I played competitive tennis. I played in tournaments and everything, and so I'm too competitive sometimes with the pickleball. So I'm playing a role. I have to try to think peaceful pickleballer, joyful pickleballer, instead of, ferocious pickleballer, fierce pickleballer, which is good. I mean, I guess if you're in a tournament, fierce pickleballer isn't a bad thing, as long as you can constrain it. So again, you look at the roles you're playing during the day. What's your regular job? What role do you play there? How do you categorize that role? Are you, professional, qualified professional, diligent? Diligent is a word I like to put on anything. I'm a diligent professional. I'm a diligent real estate investor. If you're diligent about your real estate, you're hitting your KPIs, your key performance indicators, and that's true across the board, whatever you're diligent about. So put diligent with any role. You could be a diligent mom or dad. I'm a diligent father, mother, helping your kids. Diligent son or daughter, helping take care of your elderly parents. That's a big thing. So think about the roles you play, put the right adjectives on your roles. Try not to be a frustrated son or daughter or a frustrated mom or dad. And if you get stuck in that role, don't let it linger. Don't sit there and chew on your frustration. Think, okay, I got to get back to loving mom and dad. Let me think a little differently. Think of a little different trigger, something that makes you love your kids, and think a little different way. And you set up triggers in your life. So, wow, I kind of had a wide ranging topic. Started off with college colors, thinking back about how you were in college, talked about your time capsule. So everybody go on Amazon. Amazon is just so dang easy now, right? I mean, everybody like me, and you just go, I want something. Oh, let me go on Amazon, click, 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 and all of a sudden it's at my door the next day. I mean, I bought new electric shaver, it sounds dumb, but blades. And I never did that before. And it's like I got a brand new shaver. I used to just throw them out. Now I just go on Amazon. Oh, that's the one. I order it, and instead of paying $80 for a new shaver, I pay $26 for a new blades, and it's like I got a brand new shaver. It's like brand new. So, stuff like that. Amazon's really easy, convenient, makes you more functional as a human being. You can buy stuff on Amazon that makes you more organized and gets things done better, like a time capsule. Who knew? I mean, I just got this idea, hey, I should do a time capsule. I was watching a show, and then I said, wow, why am I not doing that? And I go on Amazon, and boom, there's a really awesome time capsule there. So the biggest one, I want to get the biggest one I could see there that was made out of the really good metal, aluminum or whatever. It looked like to be 16 inches, and I think it's about $36. So that's the one I liked. All right. So how are you guys all doing today? Lacey, good to see you on a Friday. Hey, how you doing, Jennifer? Happy Friday. Yes, you love that. What I don't know what I was talking about at that point. You got to be specific because I'm always coming back. LOL. Okay. Love Amazon. Yes, Amazon is just it's fast. Get the item on your porch. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how good Amazon is. What did we ever do before Amazon? What did we ever do before cell phones? Right, guys? Hey, Nick. Good morning. All right, so guys, let's have a great weekend. What's our KPIs for the weekend? Remember, our 20 calls overall. And if we're a diligent real estate investor, if we're a diligent real estate winner, then we are doing 20 calls a week. We're talking 20 people to forward our business every week, whether they're referral sources, sellers, buyers, borrowers, realtors, whoever it may be. All right, so guys, let's have a great weekend, and let's play the right roles. Let's play positive roles this weekend on the pickleball court and throughout life. And guys, if you haven't tried pickleball yet, even if you feel like, wow, I'm not in very good shape, my knees aren't so good, it's amazing how you can have a really fun time and you get in better shape quickly. And I'll tell you, it's revolutionized our life. Lynette runs some leagues over at our pickleball courts, and she plays every day. I play almost every day. We got rained out this morning at 6, and she's so avid pickleballer, she put together a group at 7 and went and dried the court off. And she played with 3 other people at 7. So she's pretty avid about it. Tease her about it if you see her. So, but we do love that pickleball and keeps us in great shape. It really does. I mean, you don't have to think, oh, I got to go jogging. I got to go on the treadmill or anything. I get to say, I get to go play pickleball. So it's a fun way to stay in shape. That's the thing. If you're not going to stay in shape unless you can find some fun way that you like to do, if it's just a big grind to stay in shape, you're not going to stick with it. You just won't, because we're drawn to pleasure and we want to avoid pain. But see, I love pickleball, so it's like, I got to go play pickleball. Okay. Happy early birthday. Hey, thank you. Yes, my birthday is actually tomorrow. So yes, my birthday is tomorrow. I don't even want to say how old I am because it's like I'm old. But yes, it's a big one. So yes, happy birthday to me. And I will see you guys on Monday. So I have a great, it's Labor Day weekend. That's right. Oh, I should have been talking about Labor Day. Putting in labor, your labors will be rewarded. And that's the thing. You got to find, where are my labors? Return on investment is the biggest thing you got to look at with labor. What labor am I doing? And some of your labor is really unnecessary. That's the other thing I want you to think about with your work. How much of my work do I really not have to do? How much of my work can I delegate to somebody else? Or how much of my work can I just not do, and it really doesn't matter if I do it or not. Sometimes we get stuck in these busy work patterns where we think this is moving our business forward, and it's not. And so look at your activities in your regular job, in your real estate, and figure out what's getting you the highest return on investment. What do I know gets the highest return on investment for your labors that are devoted to real estate? Closing calls. Closing calls are the single highest return on investment of your minutes. So if you're talking to sellers on the phone and you're following our scripts, that is the highest and best use of your time. And hopefully you are, if you talk to enough sellers and use our scripts, you're going to get good at it, even if you're not good in the beginning. And the scripts are great. So just stick to the scripts. You will be good at it and you will get deals. And so that is the highest and best use of your time is deal meetings at their house, but really closing calls, because closing calls set up the deal meetings. You don't get a deal meeting without a closing call. All right. So like I said, covered a lot of topics today. Let's have a great Labor Day. I get a high return. I get high ROI on my labor. That's a long affirmation, right? I get, I work, let's see. I work smart. Okay, since it's Labor Day, let's say I work smart, and that's really what you want to do. You want to work smart, what does that mean? Working smart means getting a very high return on your investment of time. So I work smart. 3 times on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I work smart. I work smart. I work smart. Yes, and I have a great attitude too. And I have that youthful attitude and that enthusiasm and that faith I had when I was young. Right, guys? Absolutely. All right. So I will see you on Monday. And I think I'm definitely going to try to see you on Monday. I know it's Labor Day. You might not tune in, but I think I will be here. I will definitely try to be here. I always try to be here. So great to see you guys. I know some of you tune in later. And so, but I love to see you. Hey, Elaine. Oh, so awesome. Great to see you. Help. Okay. Well, email me, guys. Yes. You have a food question. How can I keep track of what I eat? That's a good one. Guys, keep a food diary. Yeah, I do that. I actually remember when I lost 50 pounds in 50 years. It was 2013. It was actually May 15th of 2013. I started really changing my diet. And on May 1st, the next year, 2014, I actually weighed 50.4 pounds less. So I lost 50 pounds in 50 weeks. And it was a part of it. That was part of what I did for a while. I kept a food diary every day. I would write down what I ate. And it seems like kind of a hassle, but it really keeps you on top of it. And it really keeps your focus where it needs to be if that's your goal. If your big goal is I need to lose some weight, that can be a very effective tool and technique. I like that. I'm glad you brought that up, Elaine. That's a little bit different thing. So thank you for wishing me a happy birthday too. Happy birthday. Thank you, Nick. All right, guys. So happy early birthday. So I love seeing you guys. I will see you on Monday. And so until I see you then, have a great Labor Day weekend. Keep expecting success, getting awesome training from the Wolf Couple, and taking action. See you on Monday.